Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some prep on the S2000 because we're tuning in a couple weeks. A little bit under 4 weeks from today, but probably closer once this video goes up. So we're just changing all the fluids out, doing the diff oil, the transmission oil, and motor oil. Got the Honda filter, got the spoon magnetic drain plugs as well. And I did plugs already, I think maybe a week or two ago, a week prior. I'm not sure, but we got new plugs already. And just gonna do a little maintenance and the fenders off because they're finally gonna finish the wire tuck part of this. I've been playing around back and forth with how I wanted to do it, finally mapped it out, and I'll be able to share that with you guys soon. So let's get into it. Swapping the OBX hoses out to the actual spoon ones. Those will be here later on. As you can see, there's a tiny little hole right there. And I was wondering where I was losing antifreeze from, and finally found it. I don't know if it shows up on the camera. There's it right there. So I'm gonna change those out for the spoon ones in this video as well. I originally, I want to say like 5 years ago before I got this one, I was looking at a beat up black AP1. It was like primered and all kinds of stuff.
And you want to show money for it too?
He did. The motor was knocking and everything. So I was like, all right, cool. So he wanted like. Originally, when we had spoke, he wanted $3,500 for it, which, okay, it's an S2000. It's the chassis is low mileage, the motor is gone, but I wanted to case swap it anyways.
I know, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
So I go over there, look at the car. It has the typical S2000 rips in the soft top and everything.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Looking at it, we started it up. It didn't sound like raw stock, actually. It sounded like the timing tensioner was on its way out, which it sounds kind of like knocky like that.
Right.
It's bad. But
he couldn't find the type.
No. He found an extra $3,000 in the car somewhere. All of a sudden, it's like, oh yeah, I want 65 for it now and all this. I feel like it's worth it. It's like it needs paint. It now needs a soft top, which is fucking expensive. The motor is knocking. The seats were ripped because S2000 seats.
Yeah.
They were just like the CRXs. You get in and out and.
I hate that shit. I know.
Americans drag their ass across the seats, so it rips the bolster.
Right.
And
I don't blame you.
I just wasn't doing it.
Yeah,
At the time, I think I just got the 3000 GT VR4.
Yep.
And I really didn't have space for 4 or 5 cars at the time, but I still had the black CRX, the green CRX. Had the Prelude, and I think something else. No. There was a couple of shop cars, and we just didn't have space. So, and 6,500 for.
I know that's how I was getting back.
Wild.
And look what you waited for, and look what you got.
5 years.
5 years. I know 5 years.
5, 6, 7.
At least it's still a way. This is by far better condition than I bet the one.
Oh, absolutely. This one has paint. This one has paint. The motor doesn't knock. Yeah. Yeah, it was all original, untouched. The other one had everything touched on it.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
Was original. But oh, I'm not just standing here talking to myself. Reem showed up with the CRX.
Yo, what up?
Do some stuff on that too. Figured to make it more vloggy type versus just change this part. See you guys next time. And that got a little boring for me, so that's why the delay and everything and the change of the format. But I'm gonna start draining fluids here. We'll probably stop this part of it and then start CRX's stuff. So we'll check back in a little bit. All right, getting around to starting the draining of the tranny fluid. Never done this one before, so So make sure that's 17 right there will actually break free so I can fill the fluid up before we start draining. So let's see. Put the camera down for a second. All right, so that came out, that's good. Break the bottom one free. All right, and they're both loose. I won't hold you guys watching fluid drain, that's terribly boring. So, see you back when we're filling it up. Right. So we're up to the part now where we can start putting the drain plugs in. We got the Spoon Sports magnetic drain plugs like always, spoon everything. Gonna throw these on now. We got the transmission fluid ready to go. Pennzoil synchro mesh. Got the little pump here, so in order to fill the tranny, saw it on one of the LHT videos and thought it made sense to have since I do have an S2000. That's the part and number there. The brand and part number there, excuse me. Alright, so let's get into filling. To the engine oil now. Just trying to line up the drain pan so we can get this out. Probably gonna miss. Let's see. Maybe not. Got it. Oh wow, it needed it. That's good. All right, won't bore you with this draining. We'll see you when we're doing the filter swap. So you always want to use your OEM Honda oil filters. They're made for the car specifically. Only had the K&N because of a time crunch. The last time I went to import face off and didn't have time to get to the dealer. The parts store is a 5-minute walk from me, and just grabbed one of the K&N ones. So now we're getting around to putting the actual proper S2000 one, part number if it'll focus, and fill it with oil. Throw the spoon drain plug on the bottom, magnetic one, just like we did with the tranny, and be done with this part. What is that hard noise? Oh, guess somebody was vacuuming. So let's get back into it. All right, so finally around to doing the differential oil. Always make sure you can get the filler bolt free before you crack open the bottom one, because if you can drain it and not fill it, that's kind of pointless. So let's get around to draining it. There she goes. Oops, let me put that down. Open the filler plug so it'll drain a little quicker. Fluid looks a little dark, but yeah, that definitely needed to be changed. All right, trying not to drop the filler plug into the pan. All right, got it. So we're just gonna let that sit and drain for a little bit, and then we'll get back into filling it. I am draining it on level ground, and when I'm filling it, since it takes a quart, a little bit under, I'm just gonna jack the car up just so I can get underneath it a little better. Actually might not need to, but we'll see when it's done. Since it is magnetic, it really doesn't have that much stuff on it. So that's a good sign, but it's also a very low mileage car, and it wasn't really like beat on a lot like that either. So, finding good things about this car more and more. We take it apart. All right, we'll catch it back again when we start filling it with the new oil. Alright, finally finished draining, so let's get around to filling it. Let's get the hose up in there. Okay. There we go. Alright, and just like the tranny, let's pump it up. Did the tranny fluid a lot quicker, but it's probably because this is a lot thicker than the tranny fluid. So, we'll see you back once this wraps up. Alright, she's starting to drip and leak, so that means she's full. Now let's replace the filler bolt. See where I put it. Alright, got it. Let's put the filler bolt back on. Call her done. Alright, diff is done. Alright, so we're back. We got some more parts to put in. We got the AEM fuel pump and the AEM fuel pressure regulator. Don't have too much video of actually putting the pump itself on because my big ass really doesn't fit in here with the camera and working behind all the plastics. I did do it last night because I was just trying to grind through it. I do have some footage from that I'm going to add in here. I also went ahead and put the AEM fuel pressure regulator on, in which that was a 2-bolt thing, and that was really quick. I did in between just getting home from work and then running out of here to go help John with something on his cars. And so we'll get into doing that now. And I did also get some more mo tools since we do still need to bleed some of the brakes, and I'm going to delete the clutch delay valve. So let's take a look at some of the stuff we got installed already, and we'll see in a little bit. Forgot to mention, we also installed the Radium fuel pressure gauge. Fuel pump is the AEM 340 liter per hour E85 friendly one, because I do plan on running E85 in the car when we tune. And it wasn't a bad price for what I got it for. So I actually got the regulator and the fuel pump for I think $220 shipped. I've been pretty lucky with buying stuff for this car recently, getting good deals here and there. But enough of my voice, let's get into the actual install pieces. Might be a little difficult to film, trying to pull up the plastic cover back here with the top on and stuff to get to the fuel pump, but I'll try.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out.
We have access to the fuel pump.
I'm gonna live inside the upside down.
We could just throw the fuel pump in like any other Honda.
And pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live
So
inside.
since we got the fuel pump back in place, let's turn the key, make sure it primes, because that would suck putting everything back like I did already and not checking to see if it primes first. So let's check that now. We're gonna listen for the loud hum. Sounded good. Let's do it again. All right, let's check the fuel pressure on the gauge. All right, so it looks like fuel pressure is a little bit under 30. Just grab a Allen key and a wrench and crank up the pressure on the regulator. More like it. Moving in the right direction. Base pressure should be about 45 pounds. 45 psi, excuse me. A little under. One more time. Perfect. All right. We'll leave it there until it gets tuned. Let the tuner adjust it. All right, we're back with the next part. We finally got these spoon hoses in. I'll show them in a second. And we're starting to drain the car now and get them ready for the new ones. They are straight from Japan. It's the radiator hoses. All right. Check back in once we have these on and we'll start filling the radiator then. All right, we got to the part where everything's back together. So I can clean up the oil rat a little bit. Gonna hit it with some white diamond polish and sealant in a little bit to get it back a lot brighter and finish. No leaks, the hoses fit good. Of course, they're OEM spoon part. Well, not OEM, but an original spoon part. And we're just waiting for the old girl to warm up. See, spitting up already. It's probably gonna cause another mess like the last time we did the hoses, but we'll clean that up when it gets there. Seems to be heating up pretty nice. Let's turn the heat on so we get everything going. Alright, so we're just gonna let her warm up. You just hit the button and count me down.
Oh, I've already hit it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's what I say when anybody asks me about you. Alright, so here we are. We wrapped up setting the car up for the dyno, so I figured instead of ending in the yard, we'd end here at the actual dyno itself. So we'll take you to see what we did because I just wanted to grind it out. I got to like the day before, as always, ran out of time. So what we did for the Infinity, we put the oil pressure sensor to monitor that on the Infinity, as well as the fuel pressure sensor all the way in the back. We'll see if you can pick it up on the camera. We also added the injectors, the Grams 1150s. We also did fluids, as you saw, and I think that's it. So we got the radiator bled, the spoon hose is on, everything's ready, and everything should go right on the dyno. Keyword being should. So we're gonna end this video here, and then we're gonna pick up on the next episode. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you on the next one.